Hi there, I am Guray. So today I'm gonna talk about assignment 1. In this assignment, for the first step, we need to create an Note Express app. So our app is here, and for the second step, so we need to create a server and listen port this number, and when user open the home page, it needs to be display our name and the student ID. So for the step 2, for the main roads, and we send our name and our student numbers. When we user go to the main page, our name and the student number is here. And for the step 3, we need to handle the wrong road, and if you user go to the wrong road, it will display the proper message and the status error. So for the step 3, we use the app.use methods, and our rest.status 404, this is our error code, and also we send a message that page not found. If we go to the wrong page, for example, and it's say that page not found, and for the step 4, we need to use another app method that user when user access this roads, localhost and the date, and the dates, we need to load the local files, and then display the message JSON data is loaded and ready, and we also need to display the entire JSON data in the console. This is our step 4. For the step 4 is, so first of all we need to load the data. For the first one, we create a global data, and we use read file scan attributes, and there is open the data, and also we need to convert this data to JSON format with this methods. So in this app.get methods, for the this roads, we just display our data on the console, and also we display the successful message. We need to go to data roads, so we can see that the JSON data is loaded and ready, and also if we look at our console, we can see that our whole JSON on the console. So it was the step 4. For the step 5, we need to handle the new roads, and user enter the index now, it will display the ISBN number. For example, user go to this road data ISBN and 0 or data ISBN or 1, it will display our ISBN number. For this is our step 5. So we need to put in parameter. This is colon and index is our parameter. So we just get the index parameter with this syntax and assign to our index variable. And then we have an also font variable. We're gonna use it later. So inside the for loop, we are looking how many row we have. So inside our each line, we check the ID property, because some of them doesn't have ID, so we need to have ID property. So if there is a 1, and then we need to also match this index number which is coming from our routes user provides, and it has to be matched with our in our data, and we are doing this inside a for loop. And if you found it, it's gonna display successful on the console. And also we display our ISBN number with this syntax, and also we make the fonts true. So we have a if so we have if else statements. So if user provides wrong, provide wrong index number, it's gonna display properly error message, so we can test it. Data, ISBN and index numbers. Data, so ISBN and index number. If we say that, for example, 1, we will see that our ISBN number. If we say that, for example, 5, again we can see that our ISBN number. If we enter wrong index number, it will display the error message. This is our step 5. For the step 6, we need to handle a new route. It's and the route it's searching the ISBN. Also we need a form and with a submit button. And when user enter the ISBN number, it will show the book information. If ISBN does not exist, program display the error message. These are step 6. So these are the routes. And then we have a form tag, and we are using a post method, and we are calling this these routes, and this is our app get, and we call the app post. We get the ISBN number. When user click on the submit button, it's gonna send to our app post methods. So inside the app post methods, so first of all we need to get this ISBN number and assign to a variable, and also we have another variable, save index number. This is when we find index number, we need to save it. And also again we have phone bool variable, and then inside again the for loop. We are checking the each row in the JSON data, and we also checking the ISBN property. We have to have a ISBN property. So, and after that we have another if. So we are checking this, matching this ISBN number inside our JSON data. If we found it, we save this index number, and we also display this JSON data. And then another if else statement. So if we couldn't found, it's gonna display the error message. If we found it, it's gonna display the ID and title and the description of our book. So we can look at our step 6. So for the step 6 we need to go to search and ISBN data, search ISBN. So we need to have a ISBN number. We can copy and paste. When user click on the submit button, it's gonna display the book information. Our ID is 2, title is Android in Action, 2nd edition, and the description is also here. So we can, for example, try another ISBN numbers, which is title Hello World. We copy and paste. Title is Hello World, ID is 278, and the description is also here. It was our step 6. For the step 7, we need to search the title. Again, same format with the step 6, but this time user is gonna provide the title, and we need to also use string that includes JavaScript method, and it's actually doing the partial search. User doesn't need to provide the all title, he can provide some of them, and it's gonna display this all title. So first of all we can try it, search and title. If we enter Java and click on the submit button, so because of we are doing the partial search, it's gonna display the all title, all books which title has Java word. So we found more than one. The first book is Flex on Java, and the second book is user interface with Java, and so on. We found so many books, and then we display all of them. For the step 7, if we look at inside our so these are post methods, we need to find this is our get method. So we display our form inside the app.get and send it to the app.post again. So inside this title, so first of all we need to we are getting this title from user input assigned to our variable, and we also make it lowercase because we need, when I search in this title, when I compare in this titles in insensitive case, so this is why I make it lowercase. And I have also saved index array. So I used array instead of variable because I want to display the all book that matching with this user word. So, and also I have a string variable. So again, I have found boolean variables inside the again for loop. I need to check every single row in the JSON data, and again I'm checking the property if title there is or there is not. If you found it, again I make it lowercase, insensitive case. So and then we have a if statement with an include methods. So the title coming from our form, coming from our user, we are searching inside our title from JSON data, and if we found it, we push this index number to our save index variable, and also we make it true. So after that we have another if statement. So if we couldn't find, we put a prepare message is gonna say that wrong title not found, and else. So we do this array put on for each loop, this for each loop called my function function. So inside this function we are displaying the all title that has this word which user provides, and we display ID, title, and the category, and finally we assign to our string variable, and finally we put this variable inside our res.send methods. This is our step 7. So for this step 8, we need to compare request.query versus request.params. So for the step 8, so request.params technically is return the parameter in the matching rows. For example, when users go to users slash and ID, for example 5, well, we don't need this part. It's gonna display the parameter. This is how we use the request.params. But on the other hand, when we use the request.query, it's return our JavaScript object. What does it mean? It means that when users go to this route query slash test1, and then after the question mark, user can enter anything, ID for example 5 and age equals to 10, and enter. We will see that there are our rows after the question mark in the JSON data, so we can use this information without declaring the ID or age. So it is actually more useful than the request.param, because we need to declarate all parameter, but if we use the request.query, we don't need to declarate all parameter. User can enter, provide whatever they want after the question mark, so it make it easier than the request.params. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.